Hey, y'all, listen. This one right here is so, this is dear to my heart here, y'all. Listen, y'all see that shirt? Y'all see that shirt? Listen, I know it's hard for us to let them go. It's hard. It's hard. We carried them for 9 months. No matter if it was a girl or a boy, we carried them for 9 months. And it's hard to let them go. But it's time for them to experience their own experience. And y'all gonna hear some fireworks, but y'all stay tuned. Hey, y'all, it's me, and welcome to my spoken word and conversations today, y'all. Listen, y'all, it's July 4th, so y'all gonna hear some fireworks, all right? Y'all, listen, I got a good one. We talking about our sons here. Okay, so this one right here I wrote this morning. Remember, it is the hair or the glasses. I'm not cross-eyed. Y'all know I always gotta say that. Okay, I wrote this morning, July 4th, 2024. It's called "It's Hard to Let Them Go." Y'all know when you have a son, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to let him go. I know it is. I mean, you carried him for 9 months. He was nestled all warm and safe in that belly. It's hard to let him go. I know that you want to protect him too forever, ever. But it is time to start let him experience his own life experiences in order for him to grow. It's his journey now. It's hard to let him go. I know you remember seeing him in that little crib. Oh, now he is 6 foot and he's towering over you. I know it's hard to let him go. Believe me, I know. I know this world that he's about to experience it's no joke. It's hard to let him go, but it's time for you to let him start making his own path. That doesn't mean that you won't be there. No, it doesn't. You will. You just need to start taking a few steps back. Y'all, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Now listen, I got up, I wrote this morning, and I had been thinking about this, like, because he's in the 11th grade. He just went to the 12th, and D is 16, and in a couple of days he'll be 17. And I was just thinking, like, oh my God, I am about to be an empty nester. So they say. Okay. But my thing is this, and I want to hear from both sides on this. I was listening, and I know, who my protector is and who my provider is. But when I woke up, that's what I wrote, right? But now I didn't talk about this last night. You know how sometimes your phone can you be and said something one day, then the next day your phone and said this, but I didn't. I kept this within. This is how when he hears you when you talk to him. Okay. So I had turned on YouTube and I'm going to put his name up here, but some people may not agree with him. And I don't agree with everything that he says, but who agrees with everything everybody says? Okay. You take what you need and throw the rest away. If it benefits you, that's how I work. I just want to learn from others, point blank and period. And y'all, you may hear those fireworks, like I said. But what he was saying was, we really need to be cautious about trying to tear people away from what we think is right for them. I was like, man, that makes so much sense. He said, you may be tearing them away from their own experience. That experience was for them. Okay? Because that's how you learn. And I thought about, we as parents sometimes try to live and put our perspectives on our kids, but we have to let them experience their experience. Now, we don't want them to go too far left, but we want them to experience their experience because that's how they're going to learn. Point blank, period. Because I remember growing up and how my mom and dad, they let us experience our own deal. Like, meaning like, I don't remember them coming up to the school, I just don't remember that. And so when Michelle Obama was talking about her experience and how her mom let her figure stuff out, her and her brother, I thought, man, that makes so much sense because that's what I remember my cousin and I doing. Like, I don't remember I just don't remember them having to be so involved. But I think now that we're parents now, that because sometimes we maybe did not have a whole lot, we be trying to give them what we didn't have. But when you do that, you ain't gonna leave them out in the cold or anything like that. But when you do that, you deprive them of experiencing their own experience. We try to say, we kind of live, what is that, vicariously, try to live vicariously through our kids or whatever. Like, no, you got to let them. And it's hard, And for me, I have, like other than his dad, but, when you think about other people, I have a good 3 people that I can run stuff by, or a good 2 people. I'm going to say faithfully a good 2 people. And they are I really appreciate them. Males. I'm talking about males that you can run stuff by. And they're not related, but I can run stuff by them and I can be like, okay, because women, we need that. I mean, we try to be hard and all this, but listen, you need that when you have a son so you can run stuff by them. Now, this may be odd, but I'm going to say this, and I've said it before, when I divorced, I'm glad because I'm divorced. I'm glad that I did not interfere with my son and his dad, because I can just imagine myself saying, don't do that to him. Like, I can imagine myself saying, don't do that, when he's trying to discipline him, because that's just the nurturer in us and the protector of our cubs. That's just the mama bear in us protecting our cubs. But they're not going to harm him, if he has a good dad. But I can just see that. But I'm glad that we were not he was not in the home and I didn't interfere with that. Okay. So he disciplined them, I'm sure, but in his own home or whatever. So, and it says, the second thing is, don't deprive people of going through necessary pain. That is how they learn. And I thought those were good points. And he really do be having some good points, right? He have good points, but everybody is, like I said, is not going to agree with what he says, but he does have some good points. Okay. And my whole, my scripture is that I love, that I think that helped me learn is, and I have to throw it out there. Psalms 119:71. It was good that I was afflicted. And it was good because had I not been afflicted, I would not have learned anything and I wouldn't have an experience. So I said all this to say this. Let your kid have their experiences. And I ain't saying nothing too all way left. That's not what I'm saying. All way wrong. Let's put not left, right, but all the way wrong. Okay. Now, but we're going to be there for them, point blank and period. But for women, I know, because I'm struggling with that. I'm really struggling with that. And when you don't have nobody to really ooh, like you can really, really talk to, other than his dad, but we have our own little things. But, and, I be trying to figure out, like, if a child has a father, and I be trying to figure out, why would the mom not want the child to see their father, especially if it's a good dad. I be wondering, how do women just be like, I'm finna move out of town and I take the kid away from the father? How do you do that? Like, how do you do that and don't feel some kind of way? I don't understand that. But then if you that dad also has to do his part. He has to be like, no, we're finna go to court about this, So it's a two-way street on there. But I'm trying to figure out who gave the women all this power to just automatically do that to the dad. That trips me out. But that's all I got to say on that. Okay. And another point I'm gonna say is, get over he left me. You women, you have to get over that in order for him to see their child, whether it be a boy or a girl. You have to get over that. If y'all didn't work, okay, you didn't work, but now you can co-parent. And I know that sometimes it's not going to work, that communication, because sometimes that could be hard. I find myself, when people are not over pain, they are mean. Like, when people are not over the fact that they may be over the fact that you divorced, but some people can be mean. But that's stuff that you cause on themselves. They say women, do the divorcing, but that wasn't the case in mine. When the dad divorces the wife, like, that is, but you got to, y'all, okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But I don't understand the meanness, the madness. Like, I'm just going to be like, ooh, I don't understand that, but that is so crazy to me. Like, how do the mamas just take the kids and just be like, these are my kids? And don't even put the dad nowhere. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, that's it. That's it for y'all. But listen, that's enough of that. But listen, I want to say New York, thank y'all so much for coming through. I mean, everybody, y'all, thank all y'all. But I was just looking at my analytics, and New York is really watching. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. But I just noticed that a lot of the viewers are coming from New York. So y'all, New York, thank y'all, and everybody else. I mean, everybody. So don't think I'm just saying it. I just noticed that New York was really watching. Okay, y'all, thank you to my new ones, and thank you to my day ones. You guys are so appreciated. Well, that's it. That's all for me today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.